Hey guys, so um, I thought about talking about a topic that I think we are not realizing, especially in being in the industry, and that is increasing your knowledge and specifically certifications and being in the security industry. So I have done this math, and I'm pretty sure people have not done this math. Being in security is expensive. Now, I am not talking about being average in security or just being good enough to be in security. I'm talking about being good in security, and I might be wrong. It might be in every other field, but since I focus on security and I have done this math, I'm just sharing what I've realized with you guys. So now, security by itself is a very diverse field. You need to know multiple different topics. Like, forget about business and forget about the human side of security and the physical side. Even in the technical side, there are so many things you need to know in order to be good at it. Now, you can't know everything, but you need to have an idea of what's going on around in the field. So I started listing out the certifications. Now I thought, okay, now I need to know networking. Let's choose CCNA. Okay, and then I need to understand offense. How does offense work? Let's do OSCP, or let's do some offensive certifications. And I started listing these certifications down. And specifically in the defense side of things, I realized that there are very few certifications compared to the offensive side. And on the management side also there are, but I mean, it may be me, I might not know enough, and that's likely also, but yeah, there are very less certifications and you need to build your own career. And I mean, that's what I've been doing. I need to learn something, I'll just go build it, or I'll go do it, I'll execute it, and that's what's worked for me. But then at the same time, I also understand the need of certifications is where, again, I'm not putting a strain on the exam point for the certification, but the people coming and teaching about the certification. Like, I have a good degree of respect for SANS. Okay, again, I am biased, so take whatever I'm saying with with the knowledge that I'm saying that I'm biased towards SANS, and this might be towards any other vendor as well, but I'm biased towards SANS because I know the kind of people that are coming there are brilliant. Okay, they are like the top of their field, they are damn good at what they do, and I respect them for that. But at the same time, getting these people are expensive, and if you go to see, majority of these certifications are all abroad. They don't happen in India. I mean, they don't happen in the sense the main headquarters, or they're not based off in India. So what's happening is you're paying in dollars, okay, whereas you're earning in rupees. Now this is my theory and my thought process on it. But if you compare fields, if you say security with software developer, your input with respect to time, money, and energy. Okay, let's not take energy, time and money, let's take money in this case, is much more in security compared to that of a software developer. Like, software developer can just go learn a new library, learn a new framework, and he's good to go. Networking guy can go, I mean, not let's not take networking, but a security guy, he can go, he can learn a new thing, but then again, certifications come into the picture. And because there are certifications, and employers see and want that, and getting the certifications is expensive, because again, you're paying in dollar and not in rupees. And the time that takes to earn one certification, time as in, say, a certification costs say 2 lakhs, the time it takes to earn 2 lakhs in India in security is kind of bad. Like, I was just looking at the salaries, it doesn't make logical sense, at least to me, to be in India and to be damn good in security. The math just doesn't work out. Let's take an example. Okay, now if you want to be damn good in security, let's take up some certifications. The other method is you set up your own You know, let's say, okay, you, even if you don't go the certification route, you're a practical hands-on guy. For being a practical hands-on guy, you need a good PC. Okay, because if you want to set up a lab environment and all of that, plus on top of that, there are certain cases that having physical hardware can nowhere match beating a virtualization in software. There are certain cases but very few, but yeah, there are certain cases. And on top of that, if you go into CTFs, if you're competing with people in India, sure. But when you, again, my point is being the best of the best. So if you go anywhere abroad and majority of the CTFs happen abroad, you're again paying a much more higher amount for that one CTF going abroad versus what you're earning in India. So being in security in India doesn't make sense, at least to me. Now what is the solution? And this is what I am doing right now. I'm getting damn good. I mean, my point, my aim, whatever I'm aiming towards is be damn good at what I'm doing, or what I want to be good at, what I want to go towards. Okay, I mean, being the top of the top, the best of the best, that is my goal, that is my aim. So how do I backtrack? So get whatever certifications, go do hands-on things, work with projects, all of that. That's what I'm doing right now, and that's what I'm doing with my certifications also. So learning again CCNA, but it doesn't make sense. I mean, if working in India, if you just want the experience point of it, sure. What makes sense is get your experience, get your certifications, go abroad. In India, it may, I mean, I might be wrong. I mean, I don't know about this, but it doesn't make sense to me. So, do get your certifications, do CEHS for the sake of passing HR, do offensive security if you want to get in the offensive, and then defensive. Then again, the only ones that I actually know are SANS, and this is my take on it right now. Being on the defensive side, I mean, I focus on defensive, but I also need to know offensive. So I'm going more of the purple team side while building the whole architecture behind it. So I not only know the offense, I also know how to defend it, and I know how to build the architecture to defend it. So I'm going from a very holistic approach. So beating one topic at a time, like currently I'm doing networking. Next I might go into a little bit more on the offensive side, or maybe a little bit more on the defensive side. I'm not sure. For some time, maybe a few months, I'll go a little on offense, and then again I'll come back to defense. But there's a lot of time and money which goes into this. And if you just want to be the guy which you learn for free, I mean, I'm not discrediting this. It's just this is what I have realized. Like, you can go learn off the internet. The problem is, I mean, I have started to realize certain things, that technically Google is just a giant database. So what's happening is there are these weird situations and problems that I face sometimes, which I cannot go. The answer is just not there on Google. I need to talk to someone who is damn good at what they do, or I need to build it myself and see what's happening. And majority of the times, I'll either build it myself, or I'll figure out someone who might know or have an idea about this, and give me an answer. So even with Google, there's a certain limit. I'm not saying it's bad. Again, I'm making my stand clear. Google is damn good. I have learned a lot from it, and I think I still have a lot to learn. But there are these certain situations which arise, which the best thing is you either set up your environment, or you have someone who knows that particular field, and you can ask them questions and figure out a solution. Fortunately, I have the luxury of knowing people who who may be able to guide me, who are working in this field, who have experience in the various sectors or departments or of security, and I can call them up and ask them. So I have that luxury. I am grateful for it, but I don't think many people may have that, especially when you go, the more better you get. Again, I'm not saying I am really good. I might, I mean, depends who I'm talking to. But yeah, so I'm not saying I'm an expert. there are people who are better than me in, I mean, I can nowhere compare myself to them. But again, when it comes to, say, supposing I'm with a client, I know I'm going to get the job done. I may or may not do it because I have in my knowledge and my base enough that if I go check out something, I Google it, I see the documentation, I'll figure it out and I will execute on it. And that has been my record. I have executed on every project. I've figured out a way and I've got it out. I may have not known everything about it, but I have figured a way out and have executed on it. So again, people, you guys may or may not have the luxury, but my point is there's a lot of time and energy which goes into security, and people are, I think we are just taking it for granted that, you know, it's cheap. It's really not cheap to be in security. For example, let's take one certificate or one certification from SANS. SANS will cost you around seven. I think seven also is not a right number. It comes to around 8 lakhs, 8 or 9 lakhs if I'm not wrong, just for one certification. CH, okay, CH is okay. Okay, that will cost you, I think, around 40,000. Then Security Plus will cost you 15,000. Network Plus will cost you 15,000. CCNA will cost you around 25. I think that's the current rate, 25,000. Okay, and then when you start stacking up these certifications, it becomes, expensive. Now, if you see, I'm not saying Security Plus is bad. You can get a Security Plus, you'll get into security, you will learn. But again, I'm personally trying to be the best in this whole field. I'm going to specialize in a specific sector, but yeah, I'm trying to be the best in the field, and that's where it becomes expensive. And another thing, if you don't be the best in your field, you will eventually get beaten out by a computer, or your competition is less. So now again, this is my personal stand on it. I love to learn, so that's what drives me. And also, security is a field that you constantly need to learn. Okay, so I just did the math right now. Say, supposing I want to give 10 certifications of SANS, okay, that comes to around 80 lakhs. And supposing I want to give a CCNA, that comes to around 25,000. Then I want to give EC Council CEH, that comes to 40,000. Okay, then say I want to give OSCP. I forgot the rate. I don't remember the rates of OSCP, but just add another 40,000. Okay, you're roughly looking at a number of 8.11, 80 lakh, 81 lakhs point 10,000. So now again, supposing I remove SANS completely, sure, you're looking at 1.1 lakh, 1 lakh 10,000, which comparatively is cheap, and you can get into it. You'll easily get into security with all these certifications. I'm now looking at being good at your game. So after that, then it's again going to conferences, then going to, in India also, if you go to see, the number of conferences are not that much compared to what they are abroad. So again, if you want to be really good, you need to interact with people abroad. I'm not saying not only in India, not to go to conferences in India, but also abroad, because there the number of people are way more. So the experience, the technology that they are dealing with is different. Plus, people, you're interacting with the world. Now, hackers or attackers, they're not going to be like, oh, we are only from India, we follow Indian culture. That's not the game. They are going to be from people all around the world. So you need to understand how these different people think, how they talk, what's the culture, what is their mentality, what is their approach towards penetration testing. Then how do these people defend it? Because everyone has a different approach. And again, my point is being the top 1% of the top 1% in security. I am not aiming at being, oh, just good or average. So I personally want to do around 10 certifications of SANS and all these other certifications, which is going to take me a good amount of time also. So I'd say for me to consider myself very good. Like, I'm looking at maybe say around 7 years in this field, 7 years of constant learning and working. I still consider myself, to be maybe the 0.1%. I think that's also a lot, but come from a scale of 1 to 100, or from a scale of 0 to 100, I'll say I'm 0.0001%, or 001, whatever score you want to give, because I know how good people are, especially in this field of security, and I really want to learn from them. So I'm trying my best to get to these people, to talk to these people, to understand these people, their attack approach, their mentality, all of that. And that takes time and money. And to be honest, this is something I personally wish I had control over. That was time. I kid you not. I feel I am so limited by time with how much I want to learn versus how much time I have. Like every year, I might only be able to do one certification at a time because of various things. My time, my commitments to college, to working with what I'm doing right now, to all the clients I have, I can't go. It's hard for me to do more than one certification, and I have a list of say around 15 or 17 different certifications I want to give. That's 17 years right there. So I genuinely have no idea how I'm going to execute on this, but this is my personal feeling that just start right now, and trust me, go on all these groups, go on Discord, see these different Discord servers, chat groups, and all. There are people who are amazing at what they do. Trust me, if you consider yourself good, firstly, you wouldn't be listening to me because I don't consider myself that good. Okay. Secondly, you will understand the kind of people that are there out there, how much you do not know. So go out there, start learning. Like nothing can beat your base. As long as your base is good, you can pick up fields fast. So today, CCNA has around, I think so, 49 chapters, and I think so 20 modules. I might be wrong, but yeah, 20 modules. So on an average, I was completing one chapter a day, and one chapter might have around two, not two, I'd say three or four, sometimes two. Actually, I've never seen two. I don't know how the math works, but between 3 to 4 chapters in one module. Today, I completed one entire module, which is around 4 chapters in the module which I was doing, compared to the other days which I was completing one chapter a day. So my base of my my initial chapters was set, and plus the module was easy, so I could go through it fast. But coming to my point, get your base right. Once your base is right, you can start executing and start learning things at a much more faster level. So yeah, that's it for this week. Talk to you guys next week. By the way, I want to give credit to Jai Sejpal. So I had a conversation about him on the finance part of security, and that's how this topic came up. And also, if you guys want to do anything from EC Council, check out Terabyte on Instagram. He has a company called Byte. I forgot the name of the company, but he has a company that trains on EC Council certification. So check him out. By the way, I also spoke to him, so he's willing to give you guys a discount if you guys just tell him my name. Like, just tell him you guys were referred by VHost. I'm not getting any commission on this, so use it.